Hey guys, welcome to another lunchtime review. Today I'm going to a local place called Queso Times. I did look at their website and the pictures and stuff, and they had a picture of their menu. It looks like a kind of a Qdoba kind of restaurant where you go get a bowl or a burrito or whatever you want, and then they also sell street tacos, stuff like that. Anyway, I'm gonna go in here. I don't know what I'm gonna get yet, but I'll let you know what I get when I come back. I'm gonna run in. They do have a drive-through, but I think I want to see what they have first. Okay, so here's what I ended up getting. I ended up getting chips with queso. It's just regular queso. It's not spicy. They did have spicy. They had also salsa. You could get all kinds of different kinds of salsa. I think they had like 2 or 3 different kinds of queso as well. I'm just plain and boring. I just got regular queso. And then I got the steak bowl, which has like a Mexican, they call it brown rice. It looks like Mexican rice with steak. I got some onions and peppers, and I'm trying to remember, corn, and mushrooms and cheese, and this is kind of a, he said it was like a taco sauce and sour cream on top. So that's what I've got in my bowl, and then you can customize it. It's very much like Qdoba's is, so where you can get a different bowl. You can get it in a burrito, you can get it all down to different things, but this is just what I chose. The bowls are a little bit, I like the bowls better because they're a little easier to eat. Plus you can dip your chips in it if you want to, or you can just eat it with a fork. So anyway, I will turn this camera around and tell you the prices I paid. So it looks really, really good. It smells really good too. All right, I also like it that they took Apple Pay, which is nice, the tap to pay. I love the restaurants, even if they're a local restaurant, they still do the tap to pay. I think that's great. So the bowl, you saw how much I got. I mean, it's a bowl, it's big. It was $10.69, which is not bad. They also had chicken, ground beef, and something else. I can't remember what the other one was. But anyway, so you could get a couple different things. And then the queso with chips was $4.49. So I don't think that's too bad. My total, before tax, tip, or anything like that, was $15.18. That was my total. So not too bad. But it's a big meal. For 15 bucks, it's quite a lot of food. So I'm gonna try the chips and the salsa first. Let me put this receipt in my pocket. It's very, very cold outside. It's supposed to, I think there's a chance of snow today. So got my coat on. So it's, and then you'll probably hear the heat running too. My only, I guess not complaint, my only comment is their queso dip is very, it's like very runny. Good flavor though. It has that really good, kind of like a peppers and jalapeno kind of flavor. I think it works better as it's a little spicy too. And that's just regular queso and it's a little spicy. I think it works better. Oh, that's got queso on the bowl too. I don't know if I said that or not. I think it works better on the bowl because it is runny compared to a dip. The dip is just a little, I don't know, it's a little watery for a dip. That being said, I do like it. It has a really good cheesy flavor. It reminds me a lot of the Tostitos cheese dip that you get in a jar that you heat up. It kind of has that same spices and pepper flavor, which is probably pretty common with most cheese dips. I like it. I'll put this over here just so I won't drop it in my lap, literally. As that would be my luck, I would end up dropping it in my lap. I'm gonna try one of these chips by themselves. These chips look like they make them actually fresh. Nice corn flavor, good and salty. They don't have any like lime or anything like that on it, so yeah, I like that quite a bit. It's pretty good. They're slightly warm, but they're not hot, but they're slightly warm. I really do like the salt content, and I like the good crispy texture on there too. It's really nice, and you can see some of them are really good size too. That would be good to dip in this bowl when I get to that point. I like the chips just by themselves. All right, now for this bowl. I gotta work my way down through it. I generally, at Qdoba's at least, I generally will stir it up just a little bit to kind of mix things together a bit. My only other I hate to say complaint. My only other comment is some of their peppers and onions, they're big. Like, let me see if I can stab this pepper. Nope, I buried it instead of stabbing it. They're kind of chopped, kind of big. You can see the peppers and onions. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm just saying it is kind of big. I wish they were a little bit smaller, but yeah, it is what it is. Let's see if I can twirl this. All right, here we go. I didn't get any rice in that bite, but that's okay. I got peppers and stuff in there, and you can really taste that peppers when you get a bite of it. Here's some corn and steak and rice. I like the flavor of their steak. Their steak is really nice. Here's a piece of it. Super tender. And like I said, a lot of flavor in there. I like the topping that I got too. That that kind of taco sauce kind of flavor. It has a smoky chili powder kind of flavor. So I like that quite a bit. Their rice, I'm trying to get some of just the rice. Rice is good and tender. I think you could safely go with, I think there's a little spice in the rice itself. Let me try. Let me see if I can just get rice. Yeah, that rice is super tender. I can't tell if there's any spice in there or not. There might be a little bit of seasoning in there. If there is, there's not a lot, but they did have white rice as well. So if you wanted to get white rice, you could get that. I'm really impressed with how flavorful the steak and the sauces and stuff are. It's really nice. And like I said, you get so much in these bowls that, I mean, I don't even know if I could eat all this. Well, I probably could, but yeah, it's really nice, and it's got plenty of moisture in there too. There's some of that little taco sauce or seasoning on the side. Yeah, it's like it has almost a smoky, like a chipotle kind of flavor, like a chipotle pepper. That's really good. And they give you tons of steak. So, I mean, there's literally not a bite I've taken where I didn't have at least one piece of steak unless I intentionally tried to avoid it. And honestly, she gave me, when she was getting the onions and the peppers, I thought, you know, she didn't give me much, but once you stir it up, there's actually quite a bit in here. I mean, you get it in every bite almost. Those peppers are nice because it's a really strong bell pepper flavor, which is basically what they were. Red and green bell and yellow bell peppers. Really strong flavors. And again, I like the seasoning on the steak. For what I got, $10, I think it's a good deal. There's tons of food here. And the flavors are really nice. The textures are really nice. A couple comments, the peppers could be a little bit smaller. Like some of them are smaller, but some of them are big hunks, so just half of those in half. The rice is a little soft. It's not overcooked. It's not sticky or anything like that. It's very, very soft. And if you like a softer rice, that's fine. But if you like a little bit more texture, it's a little softer than you may want it. For me, it's perfectly fine. Beyond that, I really don't have any comments at all about it. I may end up, I wonder what it tastes like with the chips, because I do this at Qdoba's all the time. I'll take a chip and dip it in there and eat it. Instead of with a fork, I'll eat it with chips. Just like that. That just adds another layer of texture to it. That's really nice. I'll probably actually eat a bunch of this, most of the rest of this with the chips, because I like that. I like that texture and that saltiness that goes into it. It's just really, really nice to add to it. You also get that corn chip flavor as well. I probably wouldn't get the corn again. I mean, it's not like it cost me extra. It's not like they're doing it per weight or anything. You just paid one flat price for the bowl. If I'd gotten rice with chicken, it would have cost exactly the same if I'd gotten all the stuff I did get. If you wanted something spicier, you could get a different spice levels of sauce and stuff in there. So I think it's really good. I'm gonna give it, like, honestly, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. I really do like it. It's very, very good. It's on par with Qdoba's, which is saying something, because it's that's a chain restaurant. It's very, very big. This is a local place that I think they're doing just as good a job. And they were busy, but they got people through really, really fast. So if you're in Winchester, Kentucky, or driving through on the interstate, driving by, consider this. It's really, really good. And if you like the Qdoba kind of food, I think you'll really enjoy this. So I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for watching.